Greetings and welcome to Pickled Watermelon Rinds, a guilty pleasure podcast featuring Antie Joan and Ontie, providing our zesty and marginally mature take on current events, pop culture, and trends. Now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hiya, Antie Joan. How are you today?
Hi, Auntie. I'm doing good. How about your own self?
Oh, just fine, thanks.
You're welcome.
What's been going on in your world?
In my world?
Yeah.
Oh, I went up to your place.
You did. That's
Uh-huh.
right. The Beastie Boy had so much fun with Auntie Joan.
Oh, it was so nice seeing him. And the ride up was glorious with the Aspens turning their gold, shimmering selves.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, it was a pleasant drive up the canyon, and I only got behind one construction vehicle, one of those tractor type things, and he had the decency to pull off.
Oh, that's nice. That's unusual.
So then it was clear sailing. Well, no, then I was behind another landscape truck. And when it got to one of those pull-off things, I was able to pass him. But I was the only one who was able to pass him at that time. So the other ones behind me were still behind him later, you know, as we went up. So I never saw anybody again.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I cruise up that mountain.
Boulder
I
Canyon
do.
is a fun ride.
It
Fun
is.
drive. If you like driving, Boulder Canyon's a fun drive.
Good times, good times.
Good times.
I got to get my niece from Wisconsin out here and take her up and down there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you going to elaborate as to why? Or are you just throwing
make
that
her
out there?
nervous. Make her
Conversation's
nervous.
over. Make her nervous.
Probably my other niece would too. I guess it was National Niece Day the other day.
Oh, yeah. That happens
Yeah.
quite a few times throughout the year. I think that's all a bunch of hooey.
Oh, no, it can't be.
It's all a
They
bunch
wouldn't
of
do
hooey.
that.
The internet never lies.
Well, I told my nieces, Happy Nieces Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they responded.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Want to stay on Auntie Joan's good side. Yeah, at least while I'm living here. So anyway. So how about you?
I went down to Denver's VegFest Fall 2025. It's a vegan festival, and they had it in the spring, and I knew about it last year as well. They used to have one big one, and now they've changed it starting this year, where they had to split it up between spring and fall. It's on Aria campus at the Tivoli Center, which is their student center. I mean, it's outside, and then they have guest speakers and stuff like that. I didn't see any of the speakers. I was there to eat. The downside was, okay, it's in this ginormous grassy area, like a park, I guess, but it's right outside the student center. And there were definitely a lot of vendors there, but it was way too big of a space for this particular event. Because I got there, it started at 11, but I didn't get there until about 12:30, 1 o'clock, somewhere in there. Took the, light rail, down to Denver again. And the stop wasn't nearly as close as it was. I mean, it was like a 10-minute walk from the light rail stop over to the student center. And I don't know, it seemed like because they didn't have enough vendors to really fill this space, they spaced them out.
Oh.
So it was just a weird layout. Yeah. And then they had a bunch of food trucks. And now remember, it started at 11, and I was there 12:30, 1 o'clock. I went to this bao bun place to get a bao bun, and I wanted the sweet red bean bao bun. They were already out of it. And I'm like, this festival started at 11. It goes until 4 or 5, and you're already out of what? Okay. Then I had tried a little empanada that had seitan steak and cheese in it. That was pretty good from a different vendor. And then the main meal that I wanted to have was a bowl. I think it was a bibimbap bowl with tofu. So it was a Korean food truck. So that I thought, okay, I'll have this, then I'll walk around some more, then I'll go into the, check out, see if there's a speaker talking, and then I'll leave, catch like the 2 o'clock, because there wasn't enough to entertain me there. Let's put it that. And it was hot. It was hot on Sunday. Pure sunshine, very little shade in this wonderful grassy area. I mean, I always sat down to eat in a shaded spot, but there wasn't a lot of it. And had I known, I don't know if I would have done it, but, if I brought like a picnic blanket or something, I could have sat down in a grassier area, like, because some of the vendors' tents were creating shade and people were sitting behind that. But I was wearing, my jumpsuit and and I'm like, I'm not going to sit on the grass. I don't know if it's wet. I'm like, So, I mean, like I said, I found places to sit. It wasn't that big of a deal, but they were few and far between. But if you had a blanket or something, or if I was wearing jeans, I would have sat on the grass and not thought twice about it. So I order. This shit took over 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm standing in the beating sun. There was no shade, even because the sun was basically in front of the truck. So as you're standing there waiting for your food, there's no shade. It's just, and then I hear, after had been waiting for a while, and it wasn't the only one waiting. I mean, everybody was getting their food very slow from this one, but everybody else had everything ready. The bao bun people and the empanada people, I walked up, got it, and walked away. So, I mean, on one hand, you could say, well, they were, cooking everything to order, whatever. And they were very popular. They did have a little bit of a line and things like that. But then I hear, as I'm standing there waiting for my food, some guy asked her, like, where are you guys normally? And she's like, oh, you should go to our Facebook page, blah, blah, blah. She's like, this is our usual menu. It was on the back of the board that they were showing to us. And she's like, but we're only doing vegan today. But otherwise, we have, so they're not even a vegan. They have vegan option, but they're not a vegan restaurant. I'm like, why are you here? I thought that was the whole point of this place. Was to, I don't know.
Support the vegan?
Yeah, showcase vegan restaurants and showcase vegan food trucks. And I was shocked to see that. And I'm like, had I known, I probably wouldn't have gotten this meal from you. Not that, I mean, your truck would be fine if I was out and about with people and everybody could get what they wanted. They had meat and tofu stuff for me or whatever. That's fine. But when I'm at a vegan event... And to be fair, they were only serving vegan that day, so it's not like you could order anything other than vegan entrees. But it was just the point that I'm like, you should not be here. That's how I felt. I don't know.
Maybe they were trying to get a large contingency of food trucks, and they were having trouble, getting a lot of vegan ones.
I mean, because there were probably 6 different food trucks. Maybe, and they were like the 7th, I guess, all lined up on the street. And then, but there was food because the bao bun place and the empanadas place, they were just a tent. They just, they didn't have a food truck. I did sample a little piece of cake from someplace. It was a blueberry lemon cake. And oh my God, it was so good. But I didn't buy any. I kind of felt bad because I raved about how delicious it was. But I'm like, I don't need that.
But it was a long trip home, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that's okay. That was okay. So after waiting the 20th, there's Oscar.
Yes, there he is.
After waiting the 20 minutes, I was like, well, now I just if I'm going to catch the 2 o'clock, I got to go. So I was like, well, I got to go. So, I mean, I ate really fast and then left. So then the 10-minute walk back, I kind of was trying to do by memory, not use my Google Maps. And long story short, I ended up missing my train by 2 damn minutes.
Oh, no.
So I had to wait another 26 minutes for the next one. I sat there like a bum. The good thing is the little benches were in shade. So, and once you were in shade, it was fine. It was a nice breeze and all that. It was totally fine. But that if you're out in that sun, it was awful.
Yeah,
so
the Colorado sun sucks.
Oh, it was bad. I don't know if I'd do VegFest again. I don't know what I was expecting.
When I see something like that, I think it's going to be like the event center, and it's going to be inside and it's going to be tons of people and
right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's exactly what I had in my head. And I was just like, and then I got there, I'm like, oh, wah. No, I can't foresee me doing that again. And there was some vendor there that I thought like, it's a company you've heard of, and I can't remember which one it was. And I was kind of like, what are you doing here? Like, it was just any old vendor. They weren't selling food. They were selling, I don't even know if they may have just been, it may have been like a service company or something that you've heard of. I can't remember who it was now, but I just remember looking at it going, how do you fit into this? Like, I'm a little confused. So, yeah, it was kind of a bummer. Oh, they had that vegan ice cream truck. I'm not sure if it was the same one that was at Rayback Collective that day or not, but I wouldn't get it because I'm like, it was expensive.
Yeah.
So they were on point with that. And I just remember it had no freaking flavor. I mean, it sounded good because it was so hot, but I'm like, fool me once.
I won't get fooled again.
That's right. I was like, nope, not doing it.
Now, didn't you say that last year Nard Dog was one of the speakers?
He was not last year, this past spring.
Oh.
And I almost went this past spring, but I forgot. I don't know why I decided not to last minute. And I said, nah, I'll skip it. I'll go to the one in the fall. And because I did not know he was speaking. And when I looked at the speakers for the fall one, I saw that he was a past speaker. And yeah, he was here in the spring. So I was a little bummed that I didn't get to see him. And like I said, I didn't go. So the speakers were inside the Tivoli Center, Student Center.
Oh.
So I didn't go in and see what was going on in there.
So you didn't go inside at all, huh?
Because it was only the speakers. That was it. That's all that was in there. There was nothing else going on in there. And I was just like, I was gonna take a walk through, but then my food took too damn long. And I was just like, well, I gotta go. And then I still missed. So in hindsight, what I should have done is just decided I was gonna leave at 2:30 and walk through. Another thing would have been nice if I had actually used a restroom before I got back on the train and went home.
I've been thinking about that.
Because there was no porta potties. I mean, not that I would use a porta potty anyway. I would avoid that like the plague. So I think the only way you could go to the restroom was inside the student center, although there were no signs telling you that. I just made that assumption after I was already at the train platform. That's why I was like, now I got to wait another 30 minutes and then I got an hour, 45-minute drive home. Yeah. Like, well, we'll give it a whoop. We'll see how we go. I made it. It was fine. But it was, I'm like, yeah, I probably should have gone in the student center and just, yeah.
So you didn't even stop at a gas station once you got to Golden?
I did stop at a gas station because I desperately needed gas.
Oh.
But I did not actually go and use a restroom. No. Oh. I got back in my car and I went home. I made it.
You're a brave gal.
I made it. So.
While we're on the subject of vegan food, I keep forgetting to tell you this.
Tell me.
A couple of weeks ago, the first Saturday, I did the totem. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was that long day. It was like 3:30 or something when I left. And I thought, well, I'm going to grab something from somewhere and just eat it when I get home. So I went to Culver's. Mm-hmm. And I got their Ruben. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, this is good. I haven't had a real Ruben in a while. Auntie, yours is much better.
Oh.
Honest to goodness.
Fun.
Yes. And I don't know if it's the texture or the fat content in that corned beef. Yeah, I like your Ruben much better.
Yay.
And I might even have to give it a try my own self.
Oh. Remember, I'll give you all the ingredients because you don't want to buy all that shit.
Oh, the seitan and the
yes. So, but yeah, well, good. I'm glad. Yay.
Yeah. So hats off to you.
Well, hats off to the person who made the recipe. I just followed it.
But you shared it. You made it and shared it. So.
I did.
And I keep seeing more and more of these recipe videos using chickpeas and chopped red onions and all these Mediterranean flavored stuff. And I'm thinking, well, this is looking better and better. And that type of stuff isn't that difficult to make. I mean, it's just, yeah.
It's usually just a lot of spices. The ingredients list is long, typically. So it can be intimidating for people, or they don't think it's worth it. You're like, oh, I could just give a burger and that's one ingredient versus,
Well, if it's spices, I mean, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
The other, it looks so good when they make it. Hey, that's what we ought to do, is have a vegan fast food place.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, make it in Netherlands. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Sure.
You're looking for something to stress you out again, aren't you?
No, thanks. No, thanks. And I told everybody I was going to go see Spinal Tap 2 last weekend on our last episode. However, I did not.
Uh-oh.
And that was due to two reasons. Friday morning, like Killian outside and everything was fine, and come back inside, put food in his dish. I go and start making my coffee and I'm doing stuff, and just went and sat down in the living room. Then I was like, why is he making a weird noise? What's happening? And I go out there and he is not eating. And I said, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's significant. That was always going to be my sign. So, of course, I had him with one paw in the grave, and I'm crying and spending a lot of time with him, rubbing his tummy and trying to see if he was okay. And long story short, by 9:30 in the morning, he finished. He basically was grazing. He wasn't gobbling like he normally does, which is definitely not him. But the last bit of food that was in his bowl, he gobbled like he was back to normal. And he's been fine ever since.
Huh.
I don't have any idea what he got into, what he ate. I don't think I was away from the house the day before. So it's not like, he was in the dog run and did something that I didn't see.
Took a squeaker out of the chipmunk?
Took a squeaker out of chipmunk. Well, let me finish the story first, then I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
So then I didn't want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure he was okay. He ate dinner with gusto. He ate breakfast Saturday morning with gusto. Everything, like I said, but it was just that one morning that I have no rhyme or reason for. And then I said, well, since you been eating better last night and this morning, this is on Saturday, I said, I maybe I will still go to that movie. Thankfully, I got onto the Facebook and looked at Nedheads, and everybody's just bitching about the leaf peepers and how the traffic was backed up from the roundabout past the turn to get to Eldora going south on 119. And I don't know how backed up it was coming up from Boulder into Netherland.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I said, that's a failure. I am not. And there's no other way to get to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You have to go that way. And I'm just like, nope, I'm out.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
I really didn't think the leaf peeping was going to be that bad last weekend, but it was atrocious.
Oh my gosh.
So, that's okay. I don't think I'll end up seeing it on the big screen, but I'll see this movie. So that's why I didn't go see it.
Well, good. When you first said that, I thought, was there another thing? I thought of Killian, but I'm glad he's okay.
He seems totally fine.
He seemed fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I don't know what that was. It was so bizarre. And he was fine, acupuncture and all of his exercises and all. He's fine. I don't know what it was. But today, he goes out into the dog run, and I look over and he's sniffing at something. I'm like, what the hell is that? That's a dead bird. I don't know how the bird died. I don't know. I went back and looked at the videotape because I'm just like, oh my God, did he kill something else? I don't think so.
It was inside his run.
It was inside his dog. Birds get in his dog run quite often because of the stupid, what is that, chicken wire?
Yeah.
That doesn't keep birds out. They think it's their home. Seeing a bird in there is not surprising. I've never seen a dead one. So I had to get the shovel out again and get rid of it down in the woods. And I'm just like, man, I am feeding these coyotes like nobody's business. I don't think he killed it, though.
No, I don't think he would.
No.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
No, he killed the chipmunk, don't forget.
He was loving it to death.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Poor thing.
And then there was a new, we kind of talked about Mae Martin last
Yes.
week before? Week before.
I think I think
Week
you're right.
before. And they have
I got news for you?
Yes. And they have a new mini series out on Netflix called Wayward. Did you know that Mae Martin is the creator of that story?
I saw that. Yes,
Yes.
indeedy.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So Mae Martin does play the lead role. Well, kind of. Yeah. It's really based around Mae Martin's character for the most part. Although the teenagers are really the main people in it, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're
And then Toni Collette's in it as well. She has a main, I mean, she's a main character, but she's not the main focus of the series. And Sarah Gadon plays Mae Martin's wife in Wayward. And then we've got, it's Olivia Allen Lind, but she spells it with an A, Olivia with an A. I was like, how the hell am I going to pronounce that? I'm like, oh, it's Olivia. That's funny. Olivia Allen Lind, she played the main teenage character, Lila. And then Sydney Topliff played Abby, Lila's best friend. Was it Layla or Lila? I actually don't even remember now.
I'm thinking it's Lila, but
Lila, right?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
I mean, I'll read the synopsis on IMDb. It doesn't really tell you anything. A bucolic but sinister town explores the insidious intricacies of the troubled teen industry and the eternal struggle of the next generation. That's not what it's about. That doesn't tell you anything.
Sure doesn't.
Right? So what it is, Mae Martin's wife, I guess I should say, in the series, had gone to this school / what did they call it even? It's not an institution. It's
like not a reform school, but
kind of a reform school, maybe. What do you think?
They got a name for those places now, where they take kids to
troubled where they send troubled children.
Yes.
Children who have hard time with other kids or with drugs or alcohol or have been through a traumatic experience or whatever. They have this special place in it. They do call it Wayward. And it is run by Toni Collette.
She's good in that.
She's good in everything. Toni Collette is just such a great actress. Mae Martin's character is a police officer who, at their previous location, shot somebody, right?
Did they ever really?
See, I don't think they ever really said either.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Something traumatic happened, but they never really dive into what that was. They didn't leave their previous location because of that incident. It was kind of a culmination of Mae's wife wanted to get back to her hometown, and that incident, it was touted as a good fresh start for Mae Martin's character.
Yeah.
So they move.
Mae's character didn't feel like they were part of the brotherhood.
Right. Mae's wife is pregnant, and that is key in this whole scenario.
Yeah.
She's pregnant. So they move back to Mae's wife's hometown. Okay. The teenagers, the two lead teenagers that I mentioned, Lila and Abby. Lila is more of the rebellious kid doing some drugs, just testing the boundaries, like really F you to the man and, all that kind of stuff. She's just, and they're really into the Beatles, which I find hysterical.
Yes.
And Pink Floyd and all the, 60s and 70s rock and roll stuff. So that was interesting. They're so young. I was like, oh my God, that's funny.
It was cute.
And Abby was a good student at a family who kind of an affluent family, has a sister and all that wonderful stuff. Well, everybody kept thinking that Lila was dragging Abby down. So first, the principal of their regular high school was trying to get Lila over to Wayward. But then, in a twist of the story, Abby's parents ship her ass off to Wayward instead. And then Lila's all pissed off, so she's going to go save Abby. She's going to go break her out. Okay. Fast forward. Now we're at Wayward. Abby doesn't understand why she's there because it doesn't make any sense. But she's starting to see how things are operating there a little bit. And that's just a little tweaked. It's a little tweaked. Her roommate is a freaking nutcase.
That's the one I was just thinking of her.
Stacy.
Yes.
Stacy. Oh my gosh. She drank the Kool-Aid.
Big time. I think she had an IV drip.
She was big Wayward. Like she was a narc. She would get people in trouble. She would write, what was it called? It wasn't demerits. It was something like that though. What did you get? Scratch. That's right. You got to scratch. It's very funny.
And the pigeon, was it pigeon hunts or something that she would do where she, when she'd go and do checks, like bed checks, check their rooms to say, I think she called them pigeon hunts or something.
Oh.
surprise raids. You go into their rooms and look for that they weren't clean enough. And
yes. And Abby tried to give her a hug after there was a little incident in the cafeteria. And there's no touching rule, whatever number it was, blah, blah, blah. And she gave Abby a scratch right then and there for trying to console her when she was being tormented in the freaking cafeteria. And then she and Abby's punishment was she had to sleep on the floor that night. Terribles. Anyway, so... Now, Mae Martin is getting acclimated to the local police force now because now they're in the hometown. What was it called? Twin Pines. Twin Pines. Now a police officer in Twin Pines. And, so a kid broke out of Wayward and somehow was Mae's wife in the car?
Mae's character and the other cop.
Okay, and that's when together. Right, they were driving together and a kid came like running out of the woods. And Mae and the police officer partner got out of the car and were trying to talk to the kid, and he ends up, did the kid punch Mae?
I don't know. He saw the other cop.
Right. And he got all spooked and he ran off.
Yeah.
So, and Mae was very concerned. That's a teenager. And the partner wasn't very concerned at all. He's like, kids are kids. What are you going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And so then later that night, Mae and Mae's wife were in bed and Mae hears something downstairs. So they get their gun and go creep down the stairs. And it's the kid. That kid that almost, that was running away from Wayward. And Mae's talking to him and consoling him and trying to, get him to calm down and blah, 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 and try to understand what was going on. Why did you leave there? Can we help you get back? Like, what can we do? And blah, blah, blah. And then the kids seem to be calming down and, kind of like, okay, almost relenting. Like, let's, you can help me. And then Mae's wife comes down the stairs and the kid sees Mae's wife and he flipped out and said, "You're one of them," and grabs a knife and he wanted to kill Mae's wife. And then Mae and him struggled and the knife got turned on the kid and the kid died. So now Mae had another incident as a police officer. In a very short period of time.
Yeah, very short.
Oh, the turkeys are here. It's early.
Oh.
It's only 6:00. They're going down my neighbor's. There's the turkeys. So, Mae starts questioning their wife and is like, why did he say that you're one of them? What does that mean? And Mae's wife's like, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I don't know what that could have been. And blah, blah, blah. So now Toni Collette comes and she's got one of those recumbent bikes. And
it's a tricycle.
No, it was a recumbent bike.
It was a tricycle. Yeah.
No, because she sat back. It was a
3-wheeler. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what recumbent bikes are, aren't they?
Oh. Well, I don't know. I thought she said, well, never mind. Anyway, it's a unique bicycle.
Yes.
Or tricycle.
Little helmet on and it's her side mirrors. She apparently does not drive a car. She only drives this bicycle. And so she comes for dinner and it's very weird. And she puts Mae's wife in the hot seat.
Yeah, they played a game.
Yeah. Would you like to play a game? And it's called Hot Seat. And basically all that means is that Toni Collette's character can ask whatever mean or demeaning questions she sees fit to Mae's wife. And then she did turn it on Mae for a little bit too. And then she abruptly leaves. And it's all there's lots of creepy aspects to it. There's intrigue. There's a backstory about how Toni Collette became part of Wayward to begin with. She was in a cult and she killed the cult leader with her own bare hands.
Right, yeah.
And she took over and then she got a following and she created this Wayward place. And she's a cult. The whole thing is crazy. And there's this leap thing that you can do.
Oh, yeah.
Where you ascend to leap. You go through these stages and the ultimate stage is a leap. And somehow, which they never really explained, they erase some of your memories somehow, some way in this leap.
Yeah, that stuff I wasn't real sure about. But when Toni Collette's character comes to the house for dinner that night, it was like the day after the kid was killed.
Yes.
And Mae's character goes down into the basement to get a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Goes down there and looks at the floor and you could see where the blood supposedly had dripped through. And then they look up and the underfloor, you could see the stain of the blood, but then you looked around at other spots on the floor and it looked like there were other places where similar things had happened.
Yes.
But they never really...
That's where the original cult was.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it had been empty for so long. And that's why Toni Collette owns it and can let them live there rent free. And yeah, it was, it had a lot in it. I'm not going to lie.
It did. And just when, like, the wife, I'm thinking, oh, she's in on it. She's definitely in on it. And then you go later and it's like she's supporting Mae so much. It's like, okay, she's not in on it. She's turned into a normal human being. And then, the show progresses more. And
nope, she's in on it. And it's just... It's so twisted and don't forget that dude that lost his daughter and, lives in the woods and has all this documentation about the place and all that. That was a huge misunderstanding. And I feel like in a real life scenario, Mae's character would have been able to talk to him and rather than it escalating into the crazy that it escalated into. So that was, in my opinion, too far-fetched. I was like, that could have easily been explained. Like, I don't understand.
Mae should have consulted with us.
I think so.
Before, greenlit, had this thing greenlit.
I would think so.
As they say.
Yes. So it was... And then there was a weird run up the mountain for the kids thing that they had to do. And whoever got up there first can leave free and clear. And it was kind of like Lord of the Flies. Which I didn't expect until that chick stole their backpacks. And I was just like, what the holy hell is happening? And then, so when Lila broke in... And I thought that scene was terrible too, because here she is creeping around trying to make sure she gets to her friend Abby. And then all of a sudden, Abby's standing in the middle of a field with all these people around. And Lila comes running, Abby, Abby, making a spectacle of herself. And of course she got caught. And now she's at the Wayward, locked into Wayward. And I'm like, well, what was the point of this whole stealth operation if you were just going to run into the middle of everybody and yell her name and say, let's leave, come on, let's go. I'm here to save you. And if they got freaking taken by the guards or whatever the hell those people were. Duck and all the weird names, Duck and Rabbit and...
That's right.
They never explained why they had those names.
Yeah.
I don't know. Keep their anonymity? I don't know.
Well, and then Mae's character discovered that there had been like 18 kids who had gone missing from that place.
In like 2 years.
Was it just
only
years?
Over 2 years? That's what I was like, yeah. So
and they were never seen or heard from. Oh, one of them supposedly was seen somewhere else. But yeah, it's really interesting. You know, then they get into the history of the town and why there aren't any children.
Yes. It was very weird.
Oh, yeah. Mae must have been high or stoned out of Mae's mind when came up with this whole, all these subplots and stuff.
Yes, lots of twists and turns.
But it did keep me. I mean, I watched the whole thing. I watched it too. Yeah.
I watched the whole thing. I didn't love the way it ended.
No.
I didn't love, how Lila ended. I didn't love how Abby ended. I didn't love how Mae ended. And how nothing was really resolved.
Yep. Maybe they're looking for season 2.
Maybe. Yeah, it was, I don't know. I'm looking just now on IMDb. It's rated 5.9 out of 10. So it's not getting glowing reviews. But like you said, I mean, it definitely kept us compelled to watch it to the end. It wasn't like I watched the first episode and said, forget it, I'm out.
One of the things that keeps me involved is my attraction or my being drawn in by the characters. If I care about the characters, I'll stick it out and see what happens. How does this affect them? Are they going to get out okay? As long as I like the characters, I'll stick it out. And that's why I stopped watching several shows. The characters just don't appeal to me. So I thought, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares what happens to him?
Right.
I must say, and I mentioned this to you yesterday, Mae is such an attractive, to me, good-looking person. That head of hair. I was rewatching the first couple episodes last night. That head of hair is so thick and glorious. It's short, but I mean it's short. Yeah. And do you know if Mae is taking steroids or anything? Or
testosterone. As a matter of fact, I only learned this from listening to the Handsome Pod yesterday. FYI.
Good timing.
On the latest episode, Mae was talking about how there was a scene that they cut. It was Mae taking an injection or testosterone injection because I guess they put it in front of a focus group and they were turned off by that. So they, and Mae, I wasn't happy about it. I really wanted it to stay in, but Mae's crawling on the ground sex scene stay in. Mae felt like at least that got to stay in. Mae really thought that was what was going to get cut.
Yeah, there was another scene where Mae and the wife were in bed and the wife says, you still don't have any stubble yet.
Yeah.
And Mae says, maybe I need to up the testosterone. The reason I mention that is Mae's got really, really good muscle
arms
tone.
Yeah. Mae's muscle tone. I noticed that too. I was like, wow. I mean, I know Mae has talked about working out, but that's right. Mae prefers lifting weights and things like that to like cardio, from what they've said on the podcast. And I know at one point, Mae was interested in trying treading water because that's Tig's big thing. And Fortune now does it. Because Tig says she really thinks that's it's a full body workout. So Tig, I don't know if she's a daily, but that's her exercise of choice. And got Fortune into doing it. And Fortune is really into treading water now too. And I think Mae said they tried it and could only do about 10 minutes. And Fortune and Tig are, an hour plus, depending.
Really?
Yeah. And they were kind of making fun of Mae a little bit. And Mae's like, well, come on. I don't think Mae gravitated towards that as much as Tig and Fortune did. But anyway, I do remember Mae talking about that they really like to lift weights.
I wonder if there's any place around here that has sessions for that.
Well, you can just go to a pool.
Oh, I know, but...
That's all these guys do.
Really?
Yeah. So when they're like on location and stuff, they use the hotel pool, or if they're staying in an Airbnb, they use the Airbnb pool. Fortune has her own pool. I don't know if Tig does. That I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think the house that Mae just bought has a pool either. But I know Fortune has a pool at her house for sure.
Yeah, the only thing in Boulder, you go into a pool and you got to do the laps. I mean, people are going to think you're...
That's your
lazy
hang up.
bum.
You can just
it is,
do
definitely.
It. You just
definitely.
You just do you. Who cares what the fuck everybody else thinks? They can do what they want to do.
Me.
You care? Why? People you're never going to see or talk to again? Why would you care?
Well, if I go every day, they would. And then if I don't show up, they'll say, yeah, see, I knew she wouldn't make it. Yeah. It's that old Catholic comparison stuff that I grew up with.
Let it go, sister.
Let it go. Let it go. However that song goes. It sure didn't go like that.
And didn't you expect Mae's wife's baby to be like Alien or something when it came out?
I think that thought did cross my mind.
And it wasn't. And this was a weird show. I don't even know what to say. I guess it's a compelling watch, kept us engaged through to the end, but I can't honestly say it was good, but I also don't want to tell you that it was terrible, because it wasn't. Yeah. It was kind of just, I don't know.
And I spent a lot of time trying to figure out if Mae was a good actor or not. Who am I to judge? But
I don't think Mae did as well at the beginning, like in the first episode, but got progressively better. That's what I walked away with too, because I noticed that as well when it first started. I was like, uh-oh. Uh-oh, we might have a little problem here.
Well, there were some scenes, though, in like the first couple episodes that I'm thinking, oh, I don't know, Mae's very good. And then, boom, all of a sudden, there's this reaction or something. And I'm thinking, wow, that looked real. I mean,
right.
So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, who am I to judge?
Because Mae had a role in The Flight Attendant.
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that? And I thought they did a pretty decent job in that. I didn't remember that when I started listening to the Handsome Pod. I did not put that together that it was the same person. And then one of them mentioned Mae being in The Flight Attendant. I was like, oh my God, they were. That's right. Because I remember when I was watching The Flight Attendant thinking, I don't know who this person is, but I think, they were doing a fine job. But I was just like, I didn't know who the person was.
I'll have to give it a check out.
I don't know if you'll like it.
At least I could see how Mae does.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you recommend it, Auntie Joan?
Depends on who I'm talking to. I mean, I would put caveats in. Like, goes off on some tangents and stuff. I did like the girls, the teenage girls. They were really likable. So I think, like I said, that kind of keeps me going. But,
I liked Lila's character better than I liked Abby's. Oh. Abby got a little douchey for a while there. But, oh my God. And I loved, what was her name? Hang on. I have to look up the character. Hold on. Oatmeal Beth.
Oh.
She was awesome.
And who's the other one? That guard or something that was gonna her fiance was from
Mule.
France and Mule.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They did all have animal names, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but they never explained why.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, all of the guards, correctional officer. I don't know what the hell they were supposed to be, but they all had animal names.
There was on one of my other streaming things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one it was,
Mm-hmm.
but it was probably 6 weeks ago. There was another series about a school like that for
Mm-hmm.
kids,
Mm-hmm.
but it was about kids with special talents, like can move things.
Were you watching Wednesday?
No, no, no. Look into the future. Yeah. So they would take these kids from their homes and kill the parents if they had to, and then and then take them to these schools which are all over the world, but you only saw one.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to find what it was last night, and I just couldn't find it. But it was a well-known actress played the head of that school,
Mm-hmm.
and their whole deal was they get these kids and they tap into their talents so that they can go into the minds of people
Mm-hmm.
and cause them to do illegal things or that was their whole thing. So anybody out there, if you're thinking about sending your kid to school,
There's oh my God, they're all coming over the roof.
the
The
turkeys.
You're just staring at me. I'm like, what the hell?
Really?
Yes. Oh my God.
Get some good pictures.
Well, there's screens there, but yeah, there's two of them at least. Good Lord, these turkeys.
They want you to turn up the volume. They can't hear us that well.
Yes. All right, Auntie Joan, anything else for our listeners today?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
All right, then that wraps it for yet another wonderful Pickled Watermelon Rinds episode. This is Auntie signing up.
Antie Joan saying bye-bye now.
We thank you for listening, and remember, when life eats away at your core, make pickled watermelon rinds.